Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Cancer, it's all wild and unknown. I was going to say untamed, maybe a little bit untamed this week. But it's wild and unknown. We're going to use the wild and unknown oracle and tarot cards this week. We're going to look at your energy, the energy outside of you, and then what your energy and this outside energy are creating when they kind of combined. So let's get started with the wild unknown oracle, Cancer, and see what they have to tell you. Do you hear that? It's a squirrel at the window. He's really upset. Everything was quiet right until I sat down to start talking to you about the cards. He's upset. I don't know what. Something upset him. But it's funny because your cards actually, this happened in Gemini? No, Taurus. I can't remember who it happened for. But there's a little bit, or no, maybe it was, I don't know. Anyways, there's a funny energy in your reading. It looks like to me that you've been dealing with stress. You've been dealing with some level of stress. The stress could be brought on by something outside of you, which most of the time it is, right? I mean, we can stress ourselves out with our own thoughts, but our own thoughts are often revolving around something going on outside of us, in a way. If we all lived in a vacuum, never knew anything else except ourselves in a vacuum, we probably wouldn't have stress. Which is also funny too, because it's kind of like something that's being created here by this energy of stress. There is a sense of some stress here. Feeling too like somebody's putting you in a tight spot. Somebody's putting you in a tight spot, or some sort of situation has got you in, where you feel like you don't have a lot of options. It could be a boss that always gives you the really menial tasks, but doesn't really give you the opportunity to show what you can do, or, it could even be too, like I've actually seen somebody baking a cake with their mom, and their mom is a lot older, and you know how to bake a cake now, you know how to ice it, but she still won't let you know. It's like, just let me do it. I can do it better than you do it. There's something here about trying to push back too against whatever that energy is. It doesn't feel like a group to me. Actually, it was Gemini had that fire ant card, and that felt like it could be a group or something, or at least more than one person. This could be life in general for you, but then this Knight of Swords, the Son of Swords, wanting to really like just slice in there and just do something with an energy that is not comfortable. Now, I feel like you're starting to feel in this energy that's outside of you a little rattled. I would describe it as rattled, and sort of trying to take stock here and say, wait a second, okay, I don't need to be rattled like this. So the underline, you have the golden egg, the whale, and then the tarantula. The tarantula is a very uncomfortable feeling too, and kind of trying to get past that. I do every time I pick up the card. There's this, is this the thing that you're working, like there can be a very competitive energy with this fire ant. There's a lot of different things that can come in with that. It's just generally uncomfortable. It can cause stress. It can cause anxiety. It can cause you to feel ways where you don't feel like you have much power over a situation too. There's just so many ways to describe it. And with the Eight of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, it feels like blocked off, right? Like even look at this, like this is a butterfly that's about to hatch in a chrysalis, but it's too dangerous to do it. You can't really do it. And then it's almost as if, well, when you do, well, you're kind of already held back too. You know what I'm saying? It's not, so this, I get it. This is just, I need to without hesitation, just want to get in there and change everything. And maybe, I mean, maybe you're competing for something at work. Maybe there's something that you're trying to really manifest into the 3D here, like for it to actually be produced in the 3D. But now the tarantula is kind of here to remind us too that when you're starting to get your feathers ruffled like this, it's getting the better of you. So what you should do, what should you do? And the whale is a good way to handle it. I want to say, for one thing, it's to be able to go kind of into yourself really deeply, to find, I guess, to that haven, that safe place, that happy place, that calm place, and whatever could be sort of the turmoil that goes on around you too. So that's kind of a way to steady yourself. Now, it's just a repeat that keeps happening here, because the gazelle too, that's the energy of you right now. And the gazelle is this really refined, dignified, graceful animal, but it's also on alert. It's also on alert. Now, if it gets too ruffled by too many predators around, or being worried about that, because that's the other, like, this is competitive predators. It's like forces from the outside that make us feel uncomfortable and have to defend ourselves or work against them in some way. It can start to ruffle your feathers. Again, it's a ruffling your feathers. Something is ruffling your feathers. But you're trying to kind of pull that back in. The Seven of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. There is an underlying tone here of, you know, I kind of touched on it a little bit with a boss that gives you really menial tasks and never lets you prove what you can do. A mother who just doesn't believe that you can bake and ice a cake anymore. And this is almost like you start to hide something of yourself here. You start to hide some sort of independence that you could claim in your life. You start hiding from the independence that you could have in your life. If something is pushing you to the point where you feel like, you know what, I really can't work here anymore. I want to start my own business. Or I really can't bake cakes with my mom anymore. I'm going to bake them at home and bring them over. You know, like something that shows a more type of independence, or going it on your own here. I want to say I don't necessarily see you doing that, but what I do see you doing is recognizing that the energy that you're in is not the best energy to make that decision. It's not that you're not making that decision to do it, to change something in your life, but I feel like you're acknowledging that this is not the best energy or emotion for me to be in to come to that decision for myself. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. And I think that's actually pretty good, because you know what they say, like fear, anxiety, these are not the energies that we should utilize to make choices, because we usually make bad choices doing that. So did I show you? No, I didn't. You have the swan is coming out as the energy that's being kind of created by yours in this outside energy, which again is funny, because when I picked up this deck, I was going through the cards again, just looking at them before I started doing the readings, because I hadn't picked it up in a while. I just wanted to see if there's any new messages with the cards. And this one brought something in for me. A very graceful and elegant. Graceful and elegant. I got with the swan, right? And it is. And the gazelle is also kind of dignified and graceful also. But it can be a little bit frazzled by predatory energies around it, competing energies. It can be a little bit high strung. The gazelle is extremely fast and agile too. But in this position, it's just kind of like sitting still and biding its time. But this is just floating across the surface of the water. You know, also not getting too emotionally invested in whatever might be triggering you or upsetting you also, but just kind of gliding through. And it's funny, because I think the swan also talks about, you know, just taking time to self-reflect, which is what the swan is doing, self-reflect. And what comes right underneath it is the hermit, the hermit card. So that's what's happening here. So you've got temperance and the two of wands on either side of that hermit. This is, I'm getting frazzled. I need to not be making choices and decisions, because I'm starting to feel impulsive. When I start to feel impulsive, I know I'm being triggered by the wrong things. I really think there's a sense of you know, understanding yourself and how you react to things and how things kind of can make you react going on here. So deep self-reflection, taking time out with Temperance and the Hermit, and kind of reprocessing or analyzing what it is that you hope for yourself or what it is that you really want to do. Do you never want to bake a cake with your mom again? Or your dad or whoever, right? Do you really want to leave this this job? It's like, get yourself out of the emotional state that the environment or situation is creating so that you can look at it more subjectively. This is such a really logical energy. Like, Cancer's just pulling it out here. Like, yeah, you know. And if you're not there, try to get there because it looks good. So the Mother of Swords, the Mother of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. That's even interesting, just talking about the mother with the cake. You know, is trying to come up with a way to balance this. Maybe your mom sets you off. Maybe I've almost seen someone who's like a professional baker. It doesn't matter. Your mom, no, that's not the same as when you put love in it and you bake it for your family. You're baking yours for money. It's not the same. Do I sound like any of your moms? Actually, my mom doesn't sound like that. My mom sounds like, I don't know. The Mother of Swords, the Mother of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. Well, this is, it kind of feels like it might be coming to some sort of decision. I might need to cut this out. It could be it could be two, you might be trying to balance even two aspects of your life and you're just not, it's not working as well. This could be something more professional with the Queen of Swords, kind of like a scientific mind. And then this is very nurturing, mothering. There's something that you're coming to some sort of a realization here about either things that you need to cut out. But again, I'm really getting this energy of you feel like there's something you need to cut out or you need to remove or distance yourself from to claim some sort of sovereignty outside of it. But you're not doing that immediately. You're honestly taking like a hot minute here to collect your emotions, feelings, and thoughts, and then I'm going to say assess. I mean, it's just the way I'm describing this. Yeah, this is the kind of shit I was taught in school. It's like, okay, that sounds good. Okay, I'll do that. So let's see. Well, someone was probably trying to teach me that and I was too busy doing something else. So let's see. I want to go to the fire ant. This is the thing that sets you off. The fire ant. It's the energy outside of you. Ooh, oh, the Nine of Swords came out with that. The Star, the High Priestess, the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. What? Trying to get my head wrapped around this one. Why would this cause? Okay, this Nine of Swords feels like it matches wonderfully with this fire ant, but why would this cause that? I mean, this is the most beautiful energy, maybe a wish coming true here. Maybe trying to make a wish. Maybe that's what it is. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires can come to you when you wish. I don't know why I'm just, I like that song. I think we should, I should be careful. I could get, if I hit those notes correctly enough times, I could get, what do you call that? You know, somebody owns the song and all that shit. Is it trying to ground a wish into reality? Maybe that's the thing here. Wishing upon a star, giving it to the universe, the High Priestess, right? Giving it to the universe. But no, maybe the universe isn't giving it to you. With the fire ant and the 9 of Swords. Maybe everybody else wants the wish too with this fire ant energy. Do you wish for some sort of a new beginning for yourself? And it's just not... Because it feels like hitting multiple roadblocks with this, right? This roadblock number 1. Oh, then the swords drop away. You can actually hatch out, but you can't fly. Then there's, oh, this practical thing that you need to consider. Well, what the hell? But then it's almost like you just get, I'm just going to push it out of the way and go, you know? Maybe even feeling forced, like you have to make really fast decisions that you don't want to make too. Whatever's going on over here, it's pushing you where you don't feel comfortable about that. So let's look at you. The Gazelle. The 10 of Cups. Well, hey, you know, that actually looks like you're fulfilling something. Well, let's see. The Mother of Swords. Well, maybe this is someone outside of you then that isn't, and they're frustrated. And you're just trying to be calm about it, or like, I can't deal with you in this energy. I mean, there is that here. Like, I need to just move myself here. The 5 of Wands with the Mother of Swords. Well, you've cut out conflict. You've cut out conflicts. You're happy. The Mother of Pentacles. The Mother of Pentacles. The Father of Cups. Yay. You're actually... Okay, you're an example to somebody or something here. The Ace of Swords. I want to say that you've come to terms with something that you don't have control over. The Ace of Swords, you have the 4 of Cups and the Moon. I really honestly kind of feel like that's leaving it up to the universe. I don't know. Right? I mean, you have actually achieved something here. A very emotional... Because you're not, right? Like, you removed yourself, what I was talking about earlier on in the reading. You removed yourself from something that you knew you couldn't make decisions in that environment, with that person, whatever it is, whatever this outside energy is. So you get yourself to a place where how you feel and how you decide is not influenced directly by how something is possibly triggering you. And in that, you find some bliss. You literally find some bliss. So are you not wanting to get maybe involved in that? Or I don't know. I mean, this is graceful, but it's containment with Temperance and the Hermit too. Okay, so let's look at that. I want to say too, like, some things are just, maybe some things are just meant to be disappointing. Some things are just not meant to work out. Who knows why? The Swan. The Swan. Got a lot to... the Page of Cups, the Death card, the Page of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Well, it does feel like there's a particular way, isn't that funny? It's a baby swan with this swan. A baby swan with this swan. Different decks. I mean, have you ever seen like little ducklings, goslings, swanlings, whatever they're called? You know, they're a little bit spastic. You know, aren't we all when we're new in life? Just trying to figure out how to use this body, and little tiny wings that don't do anything yet, and feet too big for their body, and just, you know, I mean, they're so different from an adult swan. But this adult swan sort of, it's just itself. This is how I do it. This is what I do. We swim like this. It's very upsetting. But we turn around and we go this way. You know, there's something about showing someone how to do something here, which might be how to remove yourself from any particular desire for outcome. Yeah. There's also something here about how to read between the lines with this Page of Wands, like communication, and the Two of Pentacles. There's a couple different ways things can be done and things can be expressed here. I'm definitely seeing you moving away from feeling frazzled. Moving away from feeling kind of frazzled and just being much more graceful and refined. But the first step in that is this kind of self-containment energy. Just find some balance here. Find some balance in a situation. Go within. And then once you're there, you can start projecting what it is that you would like to achieve, to manifest. Temperance. The Emperor and the Mother of Pentacles. This is a sense of waiting for someone to catch up to you. Like if it's like the little gosling or swanling. What are they called? Swanlings? I mean, it's not a goose, it's a swan, but they must be related to the swan. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Biding your time to be a leader. I don't know. There is something you want to achieve here, and it's just, I want to say you've met the first obstacle, which is at least knowing. I want to say there is, which I'm curious though why this Two of Wands is there, what you're projecting out into the world. Because I honestly feel like you kind of know what's going to make you happy. You know how to find yourself in a situation to support that. But the Hermit. The Ace of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Father of Pentacles. Yeah, some sort of hopes kind of come down here. Hopes for something come down. Ground yourself, Father of Pentacles. Take on your responsibilities. You might be disappointed in someone too. I mean, you could be disappointed in your father with the Father of Pentacles. You could be disappointed in a father. This could be someone who's just a father. It could be the father of your child. There's that here. Because the Mother of Pentacles is showing up with the Emperor and being patient. Like dealing with a masculine energy where, you know, it's kind of funny because I would expect the Mother of Pentacles to show up with the Empress. So it is almost like a feminine energy needing to take on a masculine role or some sort of masculine leadership here. The Two of Wands. So I do feel like you might even be distancing yourself from someone because you're thinking, you know what, this person is not working. The Daughter of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. Now that's interesting because this looks like the little fawn that's with this Mother of Pentacles. That's a funny thing. Oh my God. Okay. I just literally heard with this card, because the Page of Pentacles do with the Eight of Pentacles, okay. and what I've just described here, I just literally heard, well, my partner's a child. I might as well make a living working with children. Like, funny, right? Because you're projecting, what is it, like 8? It's like the work card, projecting that out there with kids with a page of pentacles. I might as well just... The people I deal with are children. I might as well work with children. It's like... I don't know. This is funny energy. I mean, it really is. Shit. I didn't clarify all of this over here. We just got as far as the fire ant. Okay, I really do feel like you're working with some childish energies or energies that, yeah, childish. They keep you held back, but you're kind of coming up with new ways to get beyond it. The 8 of Swords. The 6 of Swords, the Mother of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Please, universe, let me move forward and really express myself openly and honestly and flow. Just a change in the cycle, a change in the situation. But then the 2 of Pentacles, what is this 2 of Pentacles about? So maybe something does change, but then it's as if, well, yeah, the 7 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. You have to, it's almost like you have to keep replanning. To keep planning, coming up with a new plan. To be able to celebrate what you're wishing for, to kind of reach your wish. The Son of Swords, the Knight of Swords. The Hanged Man, Temperance, and the 9 of, I was going to call it the 9 of Stairs, the 9 of Wands. Well, there's a hang tight. It is a hang tight. Yeah. Well, Ace of Pentacles, Son of Pentacles. There's only one way through to the success. It's the long, arduous road. Yeah. Yeah. I don't really know exactly what this is about. I mean, there've been some interesting possibilities that have come up, but I mean, you're balancing your energy well, Cancer. You are. You are. I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, Cancer, I'm going to, the underlying cards, I'm going to shovel them back in the decks because we're going to use those decks again. I'm going to see how your energy, the energy outside of you, and what these 2 energies create, how they continue to transform as we're moving forward. So I'm literally just going to keep pulling cards on those areas. Thank you so much, Cancer. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.